Happy October 20th, 2025, beautiful spiritual brothers and sisters. This is the glyphosate guy and time freedom dream lifestyle coach Danny Zen coming to you live from the Northern Hemisphere with sunrise number 653 of hopefully over 20,000. Listen up, if you block out all distractions, shut off all your electronic devices that beeps, bleeps, whatever, and invest the next 10 minutes or so of your time and attention, you will learn about some great stuff and live a meaningful life, okay? Less stress, not worry about money again. We're going to go over about 8 things or so. Number one, happy Diwali or something like that. It is the Indian Festival of Lights, according to the cashier at my local Patel Brothers Indian grocery store, and of course that's the continent India. So in honor of Diwali, the Festival of Lights, I don't know the history or any details, quite frankly. I'm very, very ignorant, but I wish you a very wonderful holiday. And as a token to celebrate, please visit my newly launched Light, Water, and Magnetism e-store. So you can need to eat up to 66% less food when you max out on what's called the three-legged stool for quantum biology. That's the three-legged stool for quantum biology, as taught by retired brain surgeon Dr. Jack Kruse. Make sure you binge watch him if you want to raise your IQ by over 30 points or more, like I have since the past 3 years. And that's spelled with a K. That's Kruse, okay? Dr. Jack Kruse, Kruse. You can visit the contents of this amazing e-store. It's very, very disruptive to big pharma and game-changing, paradigm-shifting, okay? As you can see here, I am maxing out on the third-legged stool, the magnetism or earthing and grounding. Okay, light, sunlight, obviously. Water, that's my distilled water that's been raising its vibration in a true Italian cobalt blue glass bottle, made by BlueBottleLove.com. I'll have a link in the description below this video, so you can raise the vibration of your water. Okay. And it's remineralized with something called detoxy salt, which is free of all nanoplastics, microplastics, believe it or not. Okay, again, that's detoxy salt. You can learn more by visiting tinyurl.com/detoxysalt. Also, the reason why I love Mondays is because I don't have a boss. I have a business that I own instead of it owning me. And if you want to be able to be in a position where you could not have to rush off to work, the number one thing you got to do is become financially literate, okay? Make sure you head on over and watch this video at least 100 times to recondition your thinking about how to earn money by having a mindset shift. It's about the cash flow quadrant concept. It's 4 legal ways to earn money in the US, at least, as you can see there. Okay, and it's by the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. You can view the whole enchilada in my 3-step system to live your dream lifestyle, possibly live 100% off passive and or residual income while you sleep. Most importantly, stop trading time for money, have leverage, okay, and become a big business systems owner. Just go to that link there, tinyurl.com/iWantFreedomNow. If that link doesn't work, you can visit tinyurl.com/morehammock-time. Again, that's tinyurl.com/morehammock is HAMMOCK time. If you have trouble accessing that document on Google Drive, you can leave me a voicemail at any of these numbers with your best email address, or send it to the iWantTimeFreedom@gmail address, okay? And make sure you, after you've watched that video at least 100 times, make sure you also fill out a time freedom coaching form. It's this link there you see there will take you to my Google form, okay, to tell me why I should work with you and be one of the 5 lucky people for me to coach you to help you earn cash flow between $30,000 to over $1 million per month while you sleep, passively and or residually, okay? And then leave me a voicemail with the date and approximate time of your successful submission so I can go through that. You got to be ethical, of course, number 1. 2 is intelligent. 3, great attitude. 4, energetic, hopefully in a healthy lifestyle. 5, laser focused. 6, coachable. 7, ideally entrepreneurial, okay? And 8 actually is you got something meaningful you want to do that's constructive, positive to humanity, should you be able to not ever worry about money again, okay? And that's actually where I'm located, by the way, for those that, in case of an extended grid outage and you want to do some major, big, high-level stuff, like getting glyphosate banned, somehow getting rid of 5G, doing the next to impossible, preventing bee colony collapse, okay? Ending chemtrails. I mean, these things are like next to impossible, right? So that's where I'm located. Obviously, call me before showing up. I know that if you want to meet with me in person, it's got to be pretty darn important instead of spamming me or wasting my time with text messages, okay? The next thing I want to say real quick is one of the financial vehicles to get you to, in your family, to total time and money freedom. You can disrupt about 5 industries, namely the acupuncture industry, chiropractic industry, massage industry, rheumatology industry, which, by the way, there are over 16,500 Americans that die in each and every year due to complications due to their non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, also known as NSAIDs. According to a 1998 Journal of American Medical Association article, as you can see there, okay, that's the article, the author of this article citing that statistic, okay, and actually one of the victims was the late lead singer for the rock and roll band, the Eagles, okay, Mr. Glenn Frey. I'm sure some of these that know him from, previous generation. For me, he took NSAIDs prescription for his rheumatoid arthritis, and basically, I guess he bled to death out of his stomach or something like that, okay? And coincidentally, he's the singer of the song for the Heat Is On, if you guys remember. The Heat Is On from the soundtrack for Beverly Hills Cop, okay? So this Biomat is, by the way, what it's called. And I am a distributor. It's made by Richway and Fuji Bio out of Honolulu, Hawaii. It's an American company, but it's Korean owned. These are the owners there, okay? Calvin Kim and Jenna Kim. And these are the 17 layers for this 1-inch thick pad, approximately size of a massage table, FDA registered and Health Canada registered. That is offering so much relief to over 5 million people worldwide since they launched in 1997, okay? That's a temperature timer control panel. But what you want to know are the benefits. These are the FDA approvals there that you see there, okay? Joint pain associated with arthritis. Before I forget, the last industry you'll help disrupt is the cancer drug chemotherapy, radiation oncology, and surgery, okay? What I call zap, cut, zap, and drug. Cut for surgery, zap for radiation, drug for chemo, okay? I'll show you something later. You can learn more by visiting bio-mats.com/Danny. And then you can view a clinical study showing stress reduction by visiting that link there, Linktree/Biomat, okay? There's just a dot or period before the double E. Getting back to the arthritis, even my dad has it. It's got affects over 52.5 million adults. These are some of the activities they can't do, as you can see there. And these are the economic costs attributable to various forms of arthritis and other related conditions. And basically, rheumatology or arthritis is inflammation, I believe, and it is categorized under the autoimmune disorder category, I believe, of diseases, okay? Where I'm at, Florida, that's in millions of dollars, okay? Yeah, total cost, millions. So that's huge. This is from the Center for Disease Control, and this is a far safer alternative than taking those NSAIDs, as you can see there, okay? Toxic effects, you're poisoning your liver. So if you want to be able to have the movement to be able to do Tai Chi without being suffering and pain, okay, head on over to my distributor site. Again, that's bio-mats.com, okay? It's FDA, again, approved for the treatment of arthritis pain relief. The Biomat will relax your body, increase mobility. Now you can take on the day. This is a quote by one Biomat owner. By my 4th Biomat session, not only was I walking up the stairs easier, I was actually able to walk up a steep hill in my neighborhood. The Biomat sessions really helped me to reduce the pain and inflammation I was feeling, so I have no problem recommending it to anyone with arthritic problems. Allison, okay? So check that out. And then very briefly, the other industry, as I mentioned, was the cancer industry. If you want to disrupt that industry, make sure you head on over to learn about the content of this book about thermotherapy hypothermia by visiting Linktree/Heat4Cancer, okay? linktr.ee/heat4cancer, all letters. This is my other site. If the top one doesn't work, go to biomats.com/Danny dash or hyphen my last name T Tango SENG, okay? And again, that's my contact information. If you have to place an order, forward me a copy of your order confirmation email to both of these emails there, okay? And then if you have any product or business opportunity questions, you can also contact me as well, okay? If you know anyone that has multiple businesses, they want to get up to a 40% wholesale discount when they purchase 100 or more Biomat Professionals, bioacoustic mats. We also have sound wave healing that features brainwave entrainment. They can contact me for the owner's Calvin Kim's contact information to get that 40% discount, okay? For fastest and best service, reach out to my Richway and Fuji Bio sponsor, Mr. Ron Guerra. He might still be their #1 income earner, near $1 million earner, and his cell phone is 303-915-7707, okay? Just make sure you tell him that Danny Zen referred you. Again, that's 303-915-7707, as you can see there at the bottom right. And that's his email address, info@biomats.com. Just tell him independent sales associate and diamond executive distributor, Danny Zen referred you, okay? Moving on to the next thing is in honor of ADHD. By the way, some inspiration. What gets me going is the quote by a Buddhist sage, Shantideva. The quote is, "For as long as space endures, and for as long as living beings remain, until then may I abide to dispel the misery of the world." That's what gets me up in the morning. Good morning. And no matter how tough it is, you just keep on going, okay? Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And again, the quote is, "For as long as space endures, and for as long as living beings remain, until then may I abide or commit to dispel the misery of the world," suffering, okay? So that's what I think about during my morning prayers. And I also think about, I say to myself when I wake up, every day is a new day to train the mind. Again, every day is a new day to train the mind, okay? I also tell myself to be fully aware and conscious of every single thought that pops into my mind and whether or not to act on it, okay? I set the proper motivation, which is to change my bad lifestyle habits and health habits to better, so I can have more energy to serve others with wisdom, compassion, and skillful means, okay? That's how I train my mind in the morning to set it in the right direction. Not easy. I try to get better 1.1% every single day, but I'm consistent. Instead of writing a to-do list, I write a to-be list. Some of the things on my to-be list is to be proactive, deliberate, ultra responsible, taking extreme ownership, okay? Like Jocko Willink says, former Navy SEAL and author of a book, I forget what it's called, maybe Extreme Ownership, actually. And then the other thing is I tell myself to be patiently intense, very deliberate. Those are the qualities I try to exhibit instead of focusing on what to do. I also tell myself to be ultra creative. Today I'm going to be preventative instead of reactive. That's the proactive. What else do I usually put? I write to be consistent. That's also something I write down, okay? So that's what I focus on to be, more or less, and there's probably a few more things, okay? So write a to-be list instead of a to-do list. Also, since it is ADHD Awareness Month, as a tip, by the way, that might be caused by concussions or traumatic brain injuries. According to Dr. Daniel Amen, who's the founder of the AmenClinics.com, of which I've actually spent my mom spent $4,000 for me to get a brain SPECT scan showing 5 areas of the brain under or over functioning. By About 3 million concussions or TBIs are happening in America among Americans, young and old, each and every year, and that could contribute to your ADHD, ADD. So just be careful. And obviously, virtually everyone's probably bumped their head. If you ask them 10, 12 times, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's when I was younger." Okay, so and you probably have sleep challenges. Another reason why you need to get the Biomat. Okay. The other thing is my ADD. Let's see here. Yeah, I tell myself I'm a professional sleeper. I make it the top priority. If you want to get some amazing tips, it's actually over 30 tips to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling totally refreshed. Make sure you go ahead and grab a copy of my How I Solve My Sleep Problems e-guide, okay? This thing is priceless. Won't mention any pharmaceutical drug names. Who cares? Ambien, Sinesta, whatever, all that stuff, that's killing you, okay? Go to some natural solutions, starting with seeing the sunrise and never missing it, even for your own parents' or spouse's funeral. You got it? If that link doesn't work, type in, put a stop counting sheep, or better than any sleeping pill, I think, after the tinyurl.com should work, okay? This is an alternate link for a ton of stuff to transition trillions and trillions of dollars from big pharma to upstream lifestyle root cause medicine, okay? Third to last thing is, since it's still urgent to counter climate change, sea level rise, make sure you head on over to my OneHouseOffTheGrid.com ASAP. This is actually America's #1 part-time home-based business opportunity, so you can have the money to be able to afford the Biomat, the mini mat, and the amethyst pillow that you see there, okay? And also to purchase that book about hyperthermia thermal therapy, since it's no longer in print. And so you can do something called the sandwich method, as you see there, to zap your bad cancer cells, okay? And that's a chart of good stuff on the left. When temperature rises, activate something called heat shock proteins. On the right, bad stuff happens when you have low body temperature, okay? This is lung cancer before and after using the Biomat and other treatments, and then temperature rise, okay? So contact me if you want to get a copy of this book. I only have a few left, and it is impossible to find, okay? I've had doctors even order it from me, oncologists, believe it or not. So head on over to One House Off the Grid so you can earn extra money, and look forward to Mondays and build your own dreams versus somebody else's. The One House Off the Grid currently, I believe, redirects to this site there, okay? Make sure you fill out a complimentary net zero energy consultation on the Google form, or to join my team. And if you happen to own a non-residential commercial industrial building worldwide, make sure to schedule a net zero energy consultation with my commercial division called Green Sunshine Power Company, okay? And that is, I don't know if that's anywhere there. Okay, I think that's enough. The last thing I want to say is, if you happen to be in South Florida, I'm trying to get rid of my Tempur-Pedic memory foam sleep mattress. If you want to have greater sleep, contact me. It's queen sized. Again, queen sized. Tempurpedic.com is their site. You can see specs. Although it's over 10 years old, I paid $2,000 for it. It is in like new condition. There's no stains or odors. Just leave me a voicemail at 786-441-2727 to schedule the pickup, okay? It's just the mattress, no foundation, okay? 786-441-2727. And again, I'm located at 7081 Environ Boulevard, okay? 7081 Environs, E Echo N November V Victor IRON Boulevard in Lauderhill, Florida 33319. I'm gonna wrap it up, everyone. I'll tell you maybe later in the week about a method of mindful eating, since I caught myself eating on the toilet the other day. I'm sure people do that, and obviously in their cars and office desks. And it's called the SSTT method. So I'll tease you and won't tell you what that stands for, but it's called the SSTT, T as in Tango, T Tango, method of mindful eating, because I'm a fast eater like my dad, okay? And then I'll also tell you about how to prevent prefrontal cortex, your frontal lobe collapse, and you have your executive function collapse by the HALTO method, which is a modified version of Dr. Daniel Amen's, just HALTO. Mine is HALTTOO is my acronym. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channels. And this is going to a few of my channels. Okay? Anyways, take care, everybody. Let's have a sense of urgency to counter climate change, sea level rise, since the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that somebody else will save it. You know what? I almost forgot. Thank God I just remembered. I'm happy to announce, if you have sleep challenges that is making your ADHD worse, make sure you shore up your deficiency of all your B vitamins, since glyphosate, the active ingredient Roundup herbicide, is killing them, okay? And that was definitely one of my reasons why I was put on something called Seroquel to help me stay asleep. But you can get a source of vitamin B5 specifically, also known as pantothenic acid, which is supposedly very, very, very high in royal jelly. This is all due to the work of Dr. Stasha Gominak, Gominak, out of Texas. She wrote a paper with Dr. Walter Stumpf about vitamin D deficiency and contributing to the world epidemic of sleep disorders, okay? And again, royal jelly, this happens to be glyphosate residue-free certified, as you can see there on that logo. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, glyphosate residue-free, okay? Learn more and visit my referral link. I think you'll get $10 off when you use it by visiting my shortened Beekeepers Naturals. Just go to tinyurl.com/glyphosate-free royal jelly, okay? I got this at my local Sprouts Farmers Market. Again, go to tinyurl.com/glyphosate-free royal jelly, and it will be on my e-guide. This is priceless, ladies and gentlemen. You guys absolutely need to visit my detoxing Roundup guide. I don't know why I lost it here. Where did it go? But just go to tinyurl.com/detoxing Roundup. If that doesn't work, you can also visit tinyurl.com/avoid Roundup, or tinyurl.com/just detox Roundup, or detoxing Roundup 101. I think they all work. I don't know what happened to the flyer, but I gotta redo it anyways. But check it out, and that's, again, you can also go to bit.ly/detoxing Roundup, in case I decide to ban Google, that owns Gmail, which is where some of those versions of my glyphosate testing, exposure prevention, and detoxing game plan e-guide is at, okay? Anyways, take care, everybody. If you happen to place an order for the Beekeepers Naturals superfood honey, which contains the royal jelly among bee pollen and propolis, just forward me a copy of your order confirmation email, okay? Anyways, take care, everyone. And then there's a ton of stuff here that I didn't mention. It's too much. I know it's overwhelming already. With my USA-based health education distribution system company called Health America. You can just visit those links there, okay? Anyways, take care, everybody. This is the glyphosate guy, and also the America's Energy Conservation Efficiency expert and pro network marketing coach, Danny Zen, out.